Hey, I'm Scott, and I'm an American in Bangkok, and I got a bunch of letters. I've got a batch. So let me just read them off. These were sent through my website, and I was just looking back through my website and going through a bunch of old files and pages and contacts and everything, and I found these. These are from 6 years ago, even 7 years ago. So let me just get started here. Hey Scott, I've been a steady viewer of your videos for quite a while, and I have gotten this vibe from you that you want to be anywhere but the United States. I got this vibe long ago from your videos, but it was kind of confirmed from your recent 5-part ones of what brought you to Thailand. Now, I'm no psychologist by any means, but maybe I just have a keen sense and pick up on things. Or maybe I just said it. I'm not attacking you, and please don't take offense, but is there any truth to that? Any reasons why it seems you just want to be anywhere but the United States? Just curious. I love your videos. Keep up the good, entertaining work. This is back in April of 2014. And, I didn't really want to leave for political reasons, but when I left, I was like, I wanted adventure. I want more out of my life. I want to do something different. I don't want to sit behind a desk. I had a decent life. I had a pretty good life. I was making much better money than I'm making now. And I gave it up because I thought, you know what? I just want something different. I'm going to give it a try. I might as well try now while I'm fairly young. I'm going to give it a go. I didn't hate America. I don't hate America. But what's funny is that I had some kind of a feeling that things weren't going to get better. I was in California. I thought, they're not going to get better here. They're going to get worse. I don't know why, but I had this feeling. And I didn't know that the United States would get, worse or anything like that. The political situation and the racial issues and these kind of things. I didn't think about these things very much. But now look at the United States and look at how life has changed. I'd say in about the last 10 years, a lot more people are thinking, hey, you know what? I would maybe like to live abroad. I don't want to live at home. And I just thought I want to give it a go for a year or so, see what happens. And if it turns out, then I'll just continue to live wherever I am, obviously Thailand. And that's basically all it was. It wasn't, I'm not running from, I didn't murder somebody. I didn't do anything, dastardly. Simple as that. Another one here. Hello, how are you? I wanted your advice on working in Thailand. This one also in 2014. I'm a qualified plumber. Can I work as a plumber out there? And how do I go about getting a job? Also, what's the average plumbing wage there? If you can answer, I would appreciate it very much. Thank you. Now, no, you can't become a plumber. You can't become a refrigerator repairman. Let me see something here. I asked my wife, I said, what do you think the average wage of a plumber is in Thailand? She said 250 baht a day. I said, no, it's not 250 baht a day. Maybe for a gopher, for somebody who is an assistant, somebody just learning the trade, maybe 250 baht a day sounds about right. I'm looking right now, though, at some statistics on Salary Expert. An entry-level plumber, 1 to 3 years experience, earns an average salary of 414,770 baht per year. That's about 35,000 a month, something like that. That's about $1,200 a month. On the other end, a senior plumber, 8 years of experience, earns an average salary of about just under 700,000, 699,598. So you do the math. That's almost 60,000 baht. It's a little bit under $2,000 a month. Maybe it's I don't know. I'm just doing it in my head, but maybe 1,900 US dollars a month. So it's not great, but for here in Thailand, it's a decent wage. Plumbers, there's a saying, your shit is my bread and butter. And that is the case with plumbers. Okay, next message here. Hey Scott, I was just reading the comments of some fucknut, David D, on your video today. I think for whatever that's worth that you no, I'm not going to read this one. I'm going to cut this. I couldn't think of a worse place to live than Bangkok. Stinky, shitty, bad food hygiene, political problems, and the women are butt ugly compared to the Koreans or Japanese. Now, I will say there are different looks, and if you find a truly good-looking Thai woman, they're every bit as beautiful as any other, every other nationality. I don't think necessarily that the Koreans are... Listen, there are some butt-ugly Korean women, some butt-ugly Japanese women, some butt-ugly American women, and some butt-ugly Thai women. People there worship status, money, and are ugly in their heart. Okay. That this is all anecdotal. These are the very strong impressions I had during my 3 months there back in the 60s. Have things changed? Well, I don't know if things have changed, but maybe your perception would change. I don't know. Yes, there are Thais who are only out for money. Yes, there are Thais who are definitely out for status. I think most people want some kind of status and some level. They want to attain some level of status and money and gain some kind of wealth, and are ugly in their heart. There are some ugly people in the world. And, not all of them are Thai. There are a lot of very nice, sweet Thai people, wonderful Thai people that I would call about as far as ugly in the heart as you can get. But then again, there are people who are very ugly in their heart. So your comment is basically ugly and bunch of bullshit. That's the way I look at it. It's just your opinion, and you can have it, but I think it's rubbish. Hey, Scott, I met a Thai woman online. We met and had dinner, then ended up in bed. She's 38 and is a dental nurse. She said if I come back to Bangkok, I can stay with her in her apartment. Okay, so basically you boned her once. Now she wants you to move in with her. Sounds like a real winner. Either that or it's you guys are madly, madly in lust. She said if I can come back to Thailand, to Bangkok, I can stay with her in her apartment. She lives in Bung Kum. Am I crazy to accept the invitation? No, but you're crazy to move in. I would say go back to Bangkok and stay with her. Have your fun. See what happens. But, I wouldn't set any roots. Be ready to get out. She has one tattoo on her shoulder. I worry she might have been a bar girl. Well, if you're already worried about it, what does that tell you? She's not rough or impolite. Many Thai women are not rough or impolite. Even bar girls can be very, very polite and very proper, and they dress well, and they're soft-spoken, and but hey, get some booze in them, get the guys around throwing around some money, or some guy who looks like he's big money, and that might change in the drop of 1,000 baht. Doubts linger. What do you think? Thanks for the input. Well, I think I have given you some input, but I would say have your fun, but don't set your roots. Do not get emotionally involved immediately. And if you think she's a bar girl, definitely don't get emotionally involved. You better, if you're going to, I will say this, not all bar girls are bad. There are some great bar girls out there. They're people. Bar girls are people too. Bar girl lives matter. Okay? But if you are going to get seriously involved with one, you better know your shit. You better know. You better be some kind of an expert in Thai, in Thailand. You better know your way around. You better pay a little bit of dues here in Thailand, because if you don't know what's going on, you hook up with the wrong girl and they will ruin you emotionally, financially, or otherwise. Hey, Scott, I like your videos. Have you ever encountered a giant centipede? I've encountered a lot of things, and yes, I've seen centipedes here. I don't know if you'd call them giant. They're, that long. They're pretty big, but, I don't mess with them. They don't mess with me. I make sure, they're not like laying in my bed at night, crawling all over where they shouldn't be. It's very simple. Hey, Scott, I'll make this short and sweet and hope you reply. I have a wife and 10-year-old son. Now he would be almost 17. Is $1,500 US reasonable to live middle class, not wasting our money? My wife is very well with money. Please respond. $1,500 is about 50,000 baht for a family of 3. That's not very much, but you can live and you can be comfortable if you really are tight with your money. You watch everything. You're not buying expensive items and everything like that. But I can tell you that that's not all that much money. If you're going to stay in a place that's, say, 10,000 baht a month, you got electric, maybe that's 3,000. You got cable, you got your mobile phones, you got food, and before you know it, maybe you got 15, 20,000 left over if you're lucky. Then you got to think about the kids' future, school, and blah, blah, blah. 1,500 is not all that much, but I would say, depending on your situation, you might want to make a go of it. Then again, if you don't have to, I wait until you have more money every month. But that's just me. All right, last but not least. Hey, Scott, I've been to Bangkok 5 times just to see a friend, and I love it there, and I want to move there and find a job. You and millions of other horny guys. I'm 50 and don't have a degree. Can I find a job? I don't care about making lots of money. Well, thank you. Well, that's good that you don't care about making lots of money because the chances of you making a lot of money here are relatively slim. I'm not saying you can't do it, but you have no degree. Your job opportunities are limited. You're going to have to be a hustler. Every day, you got to be hustling. That's the way it works, all right? Now, that is all I've got. So until next time, I'm Scott. I'm an American in Bangkok. Hey, don't forget to click like, share, subscribe, yada, 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 and check out my trip, Thailand North to South 2020. Thank you. That is all.